Alright, good morning. We're going to start up the hybrid this morning. So first you go to the back of the machine and you flip the breaker panel. Now we're back at the front of the machine. We'll go ahead and we will use this white button to turn the machine on. The screen will take a few minutes to power on here. Once the lights come on in the machine and you reach this screen, you'll notice this flashing execute MCC test. This just means that we need to ready the machine. So we'll pull out the e-stop and then we'll go down here to ready and we'll press the button. Now the machine is ready. The screen says before we can do anything, we need to press and hold jog move key for 5 seconds in jog mode to test the Z brake. So we're going to switch to jog mode, but then the machine brings up another error that you have to test the door. So we're going to go down here to the door unlock button, press that. You can hear the door interlock click. We just have to open the door and then close the door. Okay. Now we are in jog mode. We're going to go down to jog move and we're going to hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. You'll hear it click and then your Z-axis will start moving. Once this is finished moving, this error will clear and then spindle lubrication for 5 minutes will continue. You are unable to run the spindle until that 5 minutes is up. Typically when that 5 minutes is up, there will be an error that pops up saying oil air unit error. All you need to do is hit this reset button and usually the error will clear. And once that's done, you're all ready to run a program. So if the screen comes up with an oil air unit error and pressing the reset button doesn't clear it, there's an easy yet crude override to this that we've developed. You're going to go around to the back of the machine where the fume extractor is. We will open this door. This door may have some M3 bolts in it for laser safety, so remove those with a 2.5mm screw or Allen key. This is our oil air unit. Typically it has this cover on it, but because we run into this error a lot, we have taken that off. You can see right now it's in a failure state. If we press reset, typically it clears it. If it fails to clear it, we have a little override switch here. Turning the override switch on allows the controller to ignore the signal that's coming from here. This simply jumps 24 volts from the 24 volt supply to the controller, so it tells the controller that the oil air unit is fine, even when this oil air unit isn't fine. That's not advisable to do when you're doing machining, when the spindle is actually running, but if you're just doing additive, this is just a quick fix to get around that error. So turn it off when you're doing machining. If you run into the error when you're actually doing additive, go ahead and turn the bypass on and you should be fine. So this is the AMBIT system. You need to turn this on to run any of the additive tools inside the hard hinge. You also need this to dock and undock, to feed wire or to feed powder or gas or whatever. So this will be the startup sequence for that. So first we'll go to the side of the machine and we will use this breaker to turn it on. So once you flip that on, you should hear some clicking and then the screen will power up. It'll take a few minutes for all of the screen and peripherals to power up on this machine. So when you power this up, you'll want to start the AMBIT 3 program and it will come up with a formal AMBIT program to run the hybrid. Once the program starts, you'll hit an error that says warning, the system is to be used with non-reactive powders and you have to man the machine at all times and you have to have proper training. We're going to hit accept and then it'll ask you for a password. The password is just admin, no caps, no spaces. Okay, so now we've opened the system. This is our dashboard here. If we want to do any docking or undocking, we'll go to the movement screen and we'll press HMI dock. Don't dock unless you have a tool in there. I don't currently, so we'll not do that. Docking moves the manifold forward so it docks with the tool. Park removes the dock from the tool. Clean optics and clean manifold are used to partially get the manifold in and out so you can clean it. We also need to turn all the peripherals on before we start the printing process. So once you have the machine all docked and everything, or even before then, we can come around to the side of the machine. This is our powder feeder. This has to be on both for powder and wire modes. This is our argon tank. You want to loosen this top valve here. And we want to make sure we have between 90 to 100, 80 to 90 psi here. Also check to make sure this valve is loosened all the way. This is our chiller for the laser system, and that's IPG, so we'll just flip this on. We got a second chiller that goes to the tool head, so we'll also flip this on. And then this is our laser. Simply need to turn it on, and then there are two modes, remote and on. We are going to flip it to remote, or REM. Lastly is the fume extractor. I've been leaving this on typically, but to turn it on there's a switch on the back left. You just flip that on and then press the little power button in the front. It's the green LED on the left of the screen. If you've started everything up correctly and there's no problem with the machine, most of these lights should be green. To finish off the rest of them, we'll need to close the laser door, which is this. We will close this door. This protects us from the laser, and then we also need to put the key in it. So there's a little cover here. Simply lift up on the cover and insert the key. Difficult to do with one hand. Turn the key and then push the door a little bit until it clicks. If this white light is blinking like it is currently, you just need to press it. That resets the laser system. And then that green light should pop up if we're ready to run. But because we don't have everything ready, we don't need to worry about it. And those are all the steps to get ready to run. Like I said, I didn't use the tool in this example, but that will allow you, if you actually had the tool in here, all your lights would be green and you'd be ready to run your program. After you're finished running your program, to unlock the door, all you need to do is press this green button and undo this key. And then you should be allowed to remove it. Put it back in this little hook right here, and we'll open the door, and then your part should be ready to take out. If you're done running for the day, please shut off the AMBIT system. This is a normal PC, so what you do is you close out all your programs and go to the power button and shut down. Once it's shut down, once the screen turns black, you can use the breaker on the side of the AMBIT cord to turn it off properly. You also want to make sure you shut off all the peripherals, so shutting off the powder feeder, closing the nozzle on our gas, turning off our chiller, turning off the other chiller, and turning off the laser. Once you've done all that, you're good to resume with shutting down the rest of the machine. Shutting down the machine is fairly simple. We just want to make sure there aren't any tools in the spindle. If there are, that's okay. Generally, we like to leave it without the tools in there. Then we're going to go over to the controller and we're going to press E-stop. Once the E-stop is pressed, all you need to do is press this black button and then the screen will turn off. Once this is all shut down, you can then go to the back of the machine and turn off the breaker. And there you go, that's how you shut down the Hybrid.